Right. Now I'd like to introduce Hannah. Hannah, are you there? Where's Hannah? There she is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. Thank you, Hannah. If you, everyone, if you go on speaker view, you'll see Hannah more clearly rather than in.
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine. So this was great. The story behind this is that I just sent hearts out over LinkedIn to any of our Arts and Culture Network LinkedIn group members who were in Ukraine, and Hannah very kindly saw one and said thanks, and we got chatting, and I thought it would be great. As John hinted at, none of us really sees the whole picture, but at least we can listen to a trusted friend who's part of our group, just to learn a little bit more about the experience that Hannah has had over the last week or so, what the current situation is, and most importantly, how we can help. So, Hannah, do you want to tell us the story briefly of the last week?
Yes. The last week was a terrible week in my life, but also it's time to understand the culture could stand out of politics, but it cannot stand out of war, and it's each person have to understand that I want to say, and it's a very good time to say your position about the war, and not to be a person who make silent. So first of all, thank you so much for this support that you provide a place where I can tell about the situation. And I have some points of why cultural sanctions is very important right now. The first of all is the aggressor country should not receive humanistic privileges. I think to continue to demonstrate is dangerous propaganda, and we should understand that all this propaganda is touch a lot of people around the world, and we have to understand what is it. Even those who are against the war in Russia must feel the force of restriction in order to finally decide who they are, and act accordingly to declare their position publicity. And it's also very important for each person, not only in a cultural area, but also the citizen of each country decide that he wants to choose the position of aggressor. Even those who are against in the war in Russia must feel the force of restrictions in order to finally decide who they are and act accordingly, to declare their position publicity, to take action immediately.
Thank you, Hannah.
Okay.
Sorry. That's great, Hannah. Thank you very much. But from a personal point of view, I'm sure we'd all like to be reassured that you're in a safe place, safer place than you were 5 or 6.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I'm right now in a safe place, and I hope everything will be okay. And I believe that each of us can decide that he able to help us to stop the war, because it's very important.
Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, so you're in somewhere safe in Western Ukraine at the moment, having left Kyiv
Yes.
some days ago. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can't even begin to understand what it might be to live so close to what you're having.
Yes, I want to say very shortly the picture of how it was. People just wake up at 4 hours at the morning because of bombs, and all people calling each other that the war is starting. And the first the first people start to collect their kids and call to the relatives and just run. People just run by car, by public transport. A lot of people running, and also me and my husband and 2 kids, we are running under the bombs, under the very low signals that sounds everywhere. So it was very terrible situation also for our kids, and all people who runs from Kiev spent on the road without any stops and rest as minimum 35 hours. And before we came to the west part of Ukraine. So, but right now, people not afraid. People want to fight. People want to say the truth, because we understand that in Russia, on the Russian territory, a very big amount of people not understanding what's going on. So our mission is tell the truth our neighbors what is the situation, so they understand that it's not good. The war is very bad, so that they understand that they can't to stop their leader.
Yeah, I remember seeing a placard that says, I think it was, if Russia stops fighting, there is no war. If Ukraine stops fighting, there is no Ukraine.
Yes, but also, unfortunately, Ukraine, it's the buffer before the Europe.
Yes.
And people from both the side understanding, and nobody wants this third world war.
No. Hannah, so, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I think we're all sending love and waves and in the hope that you're going to be okay.
Thank you.
Hannah has I've posted a link that Hannah provided with me this morning for her tips and suggestions for how you might support that. But I'm also delighted that Alex Barker is here with us today. Alex is my pirate queen. She's the author of How to Be More Pirate, and she did one of our TED Talks. Alex, would you like to jump off mute and very briefly mention the fundraiser that you're working on?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thanks so much for giving me a couple of minutes at the end of this. Really appreciate it. And thanks, Anna, for speaking. So yes, we are organising, me and a few people are organising a fundraiser, and I really apologise for being so sweaty and everything. I exercised before this and jumped on. Sorry, just to caveat that. We're organising a fundraiser, an art auction. So we're going to be auctioning off pieces of art. And so I have not prepared this. It will likely be the week of the 21st of March, probably Friday the 25th. So I'm just organising all the details. It'll be held in London. We've got capacity for 350 people to come. There'll be tickets on sale. I'll share them. But we're also looking for artists to donate artwork, and any people in the art sector who would like to support, or even if it's just sharing it with your contacts, that would be amazing. I'll do a LinkedIn post in the next probably few days. And also we're really keen to have Ukrainian artists showcasing their work so that would be really, anyone just I'll put my email in the chat. Please connect with me if you'd like to.
Okay, I cannot find your contacts right now.
Mark will definitely pass it on.
Yeah,
so,
I'll pass the contacts
we'll
on,
go through
and we'll
Mark.
make sure that I think Alex will pop her details. Don't worry,
okay,
Hannah, we'll let you know. So there are two opportunities. I imagine there'll be some, and it's great that both of those opportunities and the opportunities that Hannah has listed are remotely workable, right? So I imagine if there's an auction, you can do online bids or for things, which is great. So thank you very much, Alex, and thank you very much, Hannah. We're